Tell me about the time when you realized that the bar is super low for men.
My girlfriend was impressed when I would take her through drive-thrus and that I didn't deem that a waste of gas money. Also, I never charged her gas money to drive her home. Guys suck.
One of my friend's husbands just got a vasectomy, and she sent us a picture in our group text of this amazing gift basket that his doctor sent him home with. And in that group of friends, we have one friend who's gone through multiple rounds of IVF. Another friend who almost died delivering her child and can no longer have kids. There's me, who had an over 24-hour labor and delivery. And then my friend whose husband got the vasectomy has had 2 C-sections and 1 labor and delivery that lasted over 44 hours. Between the 4 of us, we've probably had hundreds of gynecologist appointments, ranging from pap smears to getting birth control to getting implants put in and taken out. And not one time has anyone given us a gift basket and said, hey, good pap smear.
Happened about a year ago, and I just matched with this girl off Tinder. We talk for like 2 weeks until she says, hey, I want to come pick you up for food. I say, cool. Keep in mind, this was when I wasn't as extroverted as I am now. So like, I just thought we were just going to hang out, get some food, talk for a little bit, and then take me back home. As soon as I get in the car, she says, hey, do you want to play some music? I said, oh yeah, sure. I have a personal playlist that I fucking love. I've made over time. It's whatever. The first song, I put it on shuffle, and the first song that plays is Treat People with Kindness by Harry Styles. That just came out. And she looks at me and she says, you know this song? Like, you like this song? And I said, yeah, I fucking love this song. She says, okay, I can see us having sex tonight.
I mean, I've known this for a while, but a good example of this happened a couple days ago. I was with one of my best female friends. I won't tell you her name because privacy, but she told me that when she first met me, I made her super uncomfortable in a predatory, assaulty sort of way. Well, I immediately started freaking out. I was like, yo, tell me what I did so that I can never do that to anyone ever again. And she said, no, it's nothing you did. You have nothing to apologize for. And she would go on to tell me that the fact I treated her with decency, respect, and like a person was off-putting because she thought, oh, he just wants to get in my pants. She told me that she only let her guard down around me when she found out I was dating someone else at the time. The fact that this guy is trying to manipulate me into sex seemed more likely than this guy is a good person is sad.
Mine was when I was bragging to my friends about this guy I was talking to, and I said, guys, he's so nice. He doesn't even get mad when I ask him to wear a condom.
I'd have to say the most eye-opening experience between the bar for women and men for me would have to be becoming a mother. Because for moms, no matter what you fucking do, you are harshly judged. And no matter what you fucking do, you are wrong. To someone, you are wrong. Men, dads, they change a diaper, they hold your hand while you push a fucking watermelon out of your vagina, and they are the most amazing husband, father, human being on the face of this earth. It's like they birthed God. Women's bodies literally make humans. And all he has to do is wipe an ass. It's fucking ridiculous.
Women became so independent that the only thing they ask of men going forward is that you be loyal. One word, loyalty, which is the basics of a relationship. It's not even anything extra. It's not paying up all the bills or building a house or fixing the sink or taking the trash out. Loyalty. The bar has gotten so low that loyalty is what most people ask for in a relationship. You're supposed to give that for free. Bars on the ground, bro.
This is an important lesson I think a lot of people need to hear, and I'm not putting myself on a pedestal. It's literally just the most basic, common decency for another human being you can have. When I was in college, I was at a buddy of mine's frat party. His sister was rolling into town from another college, and he made it very clear that he didn't want any of us to hit on her, and that's fair. However, she wasn't playing by the same rules we were all playing by, and she made it clear later in the evening that she would like to not be at his place and rather spend the night at my place. Well, we get back to my place. Things start getting hot and heavy. Clothes start coming off. But right before things were about to get really serious, she hesitated. I asked her if she was okay. She had second thoughts about the decision we were about to make, said it was totally fine, she'd spend the night. I said, no, don't worry about it. I'll walk you back home because your brother's going to freaking kill me. On the way home, she started crying a little bit, and she said, thank you for not pressuring me into having sex with you. She thanked me for that. You don't thank people for that.
So after leaving the bar in about 2013-14 with a girl who I was low-key talking to, we decided to go to her place since it was right around the corner. We eventually make our way to her couch where things start getting hot and heavy, and then all of a sudden she just stops. And she says to me, just so you know, this is as far as it's going tonight. Truthfully, I was just happy to be in the situation, but I was also curious as to why she felt the need to even tell me this. Like, I had always been taught that, like, no means no, so if a girl says, like, hey, I want to stop, then you just fucking stop. But in any case, when she vocalized her feelings, I simply told her, look, if all you want is a makeout session and cuddles, then a makeout session and cuddles is what you shall be getting, my fair lady. So we spent that night making out and cuddling until we fell asleep, and then the next day, she told me, hey, I really appreciate you not forcing anything last night. Which I guess in some ways was nice to hear, but at the same time I also thought, like, this isn't something I should be thanked for. If someone gives you consent and then revokes that consent and you just continue on through, you're not only disrespecting their feelings, but you're also committing a crime.
Hey, I've got two stories for this. First story, I was at my first college party, and I ended up having to walk a girl home, just back to her room in res, no big deal, and her roommate was there. And so I drop off her friend, and then I go back to my room. The next day, I get a message from her roommate going, hey, I just really want to thank you for not taking advantage of my friend. And I'm like, you're welcome for not being a predator, you know? Apparently women these days feel they need to be thankful that men in their lives are not sexual deviants. And the other story, same sort of thing, where my friend literally had to thank me for not trying to make a move on her while we were watching Halloween movies. Like, no, I invited you over to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas. I did not invite you over so that I could try to do some shady business, you know what I'm saying? The worst part was that my laptop died, and so I asked her, hey, would you be comfortable with coming back up to my room so I can plug in my laptop? And she legitimately had to think about it because she didn't know me very well at that point, and I didn't know her very well at that point. But she did it, and I didn't make a move, and it was awesome! Be better, you guys!
After my divorce, I go on a date, and I call the girl and say, hey, well, I'll pick you up on Friday. Where do you live? She goes, no, I'm not giving you my address. I don't know if you're going to kill me or not. I'm like, okay. I'm like, why would you think that? She goes, well, you'd be surprised how many men are out there who are pretty psycho. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I met her. We met someplace, and we had a good time. The next day, we went out. I picked her up, and I went to the door, knocked on the door. She says, wow, you knocked on the door? I'm like, yeah. She's like, most guys just text that they're outside. I'm like, no. And as we walk back to the car, I open the door for her. She goes, oh my God, I feel like I'm at prom night. They don't do this no more. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is just being a gentleman. So, there you go.